Alright everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First unboxing here today. This is from Royal Tiger Imports. This is a no FFL item, which means it got shipped to my front door. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. Let me go ahead and show you what I got here. Shipped with FedEx. They shipped it in just 3 days, so I'm pretty happy with that. Boxes are in good shape and everything, so it looks like the shipping process was fairly safe. And we're gonna go ahead and see how good these are inside. It's all exciting getting some new firearms. Alright, so that is. We use these boxes, that's for sure. Be nice. We got something that came with it. Well, that would be the free clip in there, I imagine. Alright, so we're just about here. And we just got the bubble wrap to take off. Show you guys. A little bit of tape, and yep, it was. Just kind of unroll this here. And as you guys can maybe already tell, I don't know. I want you guys to see that on camera. But this is none other right here than an old Italian Vetterli Carcano rifle. Chambered in Carcano, of course. And it is in better shape than I was expecting too. This was, bought this off of RTI, like I said, probably about a little over 2 weeks ago, something like that. Maybe a little less than 2 weeks ago, actually. And like I said, shipped in just 2 days as well. Oh yeah. These were in Ethiopia, Africa, for quite some time. Probably the past 100 years. And I got it here now. I guess it is okay to dry fire these things, but I don't know, so I'm not going to open the bolt just yet. But look at that, guys. That is a big old rifle right there. Heavy too. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and I'd like to set it somewhere where it's not going to get pine sap all over. So what I'm going to do here probably is try to get this bubble wrap out of the way. I'm going to have to clean up the styrofoam off the grass here in a bit anyways. Unfortunately, pine sap on my table. Just under the pine trees over there. We're gonna go ahead and set this one down right here. And then, yeah, here's the one free clip that they include with it. And these are all being imported from Ethiopia and whatnot. That's why we're going for so dang cheap right now. Go ahead and set this over here in the box. That's what I'll do. Stuff it in the box. Anywhere. And there is our one free clip. We'll give you guys a closer look at the rifles here when I get this other one unboxed. This one's a little bit different. You guys will see exactly what it is here in a second. Hopefully I'm not showing any shipping labels. Good. I did not cut them off or anything. Okay, I see we got a little bit of tape on the side here. Making sure my phone's still recording. Deleted a bunch of footage. You should have good space. Got some other videos I gotta post as well. I live right on top of a golf course too, so they're all looking at me right now like, what the heck is this guy doing? Alright, the box is open. Let me adjust my camera just real quick. Alright. There's the next one. Really wish I could have my cameraman with me here today, but unfortunately no. And there's our other one. Another 1800s era Vetterli, imported from Ethiopia. Well over 100 years old. And give you guys a little look here. The date, oh yeah, the date is on here. Right there, 1888. And it is the original Vetterli, chambered in 10.4 by 47 black powder ammunition. There that is. So there's both of them, unboxed and on the table now. So, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a little closer look here. And of course, I also, for this one here, once it's been looked over by a gunsmith, of course, bought some 6.5 Vetterli Carcano ammunition from Milsurp Munitions. This was back in stock, so I had to jump on that as soon as I ordered this. Even if this one's like maybe not safe to fire for some reason, I still want to have a box of this on hand for someday if and when I do get one that's safe to fire. This one looks pretty good so far from the outside. No cleaning rods with either of them. No rear sight on this one, but you got the rear sight and everything on this one. I'm pretty happy with them for what I got them for. Try to not cast a big shadow over them. I like doing this outside because the lighting inside my house sucks. Thumbnail right there, maybe. You can see how small the Vetterli barrel is. The Carcano barrel is compared to the 10.4 by 47. Smokeless powder, black powder. But unfortunately, you can't shoot modern Carcano through this, of course, which is why I had to get the reduced load Vetterli Carcano from Milsurp Munitions. A little bit probably more expensive than modern Carcano ammunition, but it's worth it to be able to shoot this thing safely. As far as ammunition for this one goes, if it's a B grade, so you know, I'm definitely gonna have that looked over before I try to fire it. But I'll probably just get all the casings and bullets myself and start reloading that once I get to that point. Once I get to, you know, start reloading and stuff. I'm gonna get this back on the tripod and show you guys a few other things here real quick. There they are, a pair of Vetterlis. One's a Vetterli Carcano, which they redid most of these in 1915. We'll see when this one was built here. See if we can find the date on there. Ooh, I'm not really seeing it. It's a date. Oh, there it is. Really hard to see. Kind of see it in the shadows. It says 1884 on this one. So 1888 and 1884. This one here is actually older. The one in better condition. That's not the first rifle I've had like that either. My Springfields, I got to do a video on those. The older one's in better condition. But yeah, let me put this back on the tripod and show you guys a couple other things. All right, so now I guess it's just time we give you guys a little look here at the ammunition that this one here takes. Show you what we're kind of dealing with here. And we'll do a little rifling test check here, and I'll show you guys how you do that, which is just how to check to see if the barrel's got any life in it. You know, it's not a official check to see if it's safe to fire or anything, but right there's our 6.5 Vetterli Carcano, and in my pocket here I have a more familiar round, 30-06. So let's see if I can give you guys a little bit of a, it gives you an idea of the difference in the two. I know my hands are dirty from touching these things. Set them next to each other on the table there. Yeah, Vetterli Carcano, 30-06 Springfield. Put this Springfield back in my pocket because it's the last round of that I've got right now. We shot a bunch last time we were up at the range. We can't fire these here at my property, unfortunately, because of the golf course that's right on top of us, and because we're somewhat within Columbus city limits, you know. Yeah, unless we had an indoor shooting range in our basement or something, but I couldn't really fire these safely. So we're not going to do that. Now I guess it's time to open the bolt, and I'm being told these are safe to dry fire. Ooh, that's a tight bolt. Gonna need some oiling. And that's pretty normal right there with these rifles, I've heard. Tight spring in there. You guys can maybe see. Locks down. Man, that's tight. little oiling and whatnot. We can get that fixed though, I think. Yeah, really needs heavily cleaned, you know, heavily lubricated. Get this wood all polished up, but we'll get there. We'll do probably a cleaning video on these. And they should be safe to dry fire, because I've seen plenty of videos of people doing it. Check that again here. Nice. But yeah, there it is. These are, I love, absolutely love the style of these things too. It's just such a bizarre old school steampunk kind of look, you know. I mean, for gosh sake, look at that trigger guard. That screams steampunk right there. Love the look of this thing. And even more so with the 10.4 over here, you know, with the trigger guide and that older magazine right there. It's even more so with this. Of course, rear sight missing on this, but that's expected. They made sure to mention that in the description of these. But yeah, let's go ahead and open the bolt. Oh wow, bolt feels a lot better on this one. Inside of it there. Yeah. Check that out, guys. This one feels very nice. Yeah. All right. So there you have it. Those are my 2 new additions to the collection. These Vetterlis here. Pretty sweet. I got to redo my Mosin video. You guys will probably see that first before this one. But man, these things are nice. I'll say it has something with the magazine cut off. And this one has both front and rear sights on it. Oh, I like those sights too. But yeah. And one more thing, we got to check to see. I almost forgot if the barrel's got any life left in it on this Vetterli Carcano here. How you do that? Of course, this is unloaded right now, so you do that is you stick the end of the bullet in, and you can see it doesn't totally just sink down in there. It stops a bit, leaving a bit of the lead exposed, which is good. If it went all the way in there, then the rifling's gone, and you know, you really can't do much with it. But there's some rifling left, so looking okay, but I want somebody with a little bit more experience to look these over real quick before I make any final decisions in shooting them and whatnot. I'm seeing some Ethiopian markings here, maybe on the, is that Russian? Could be, usually, I think these are the only ones sent to Russia. A lot of these were sent to Russia. I should do some history on these things. Let me go ahead and explain that here real quick. A little bit of history on the Vetterlis before we move on here, before I forget. Originally chambered in 10.4 by 47, and based off of the Swiss Vetterli that was invented sometime in the 1860s. But the Italian model came about around 1870, chambered in 10.4 by 47, black powder cartridge. And they're originally used in the Italian army for the Italo-Ethiopian War, I believe, a couple other wars like that Italy had, and the Swiss used them as well and whatnot. Although the Swiss versions were usually single shot and chambered in 41 rim fire, I believe. Unlike this one here, this is a center fire cartridge. And after the Italians had used them up for a little while there, they were reused in World War I, sent to other countries. Russia was one of them during the Russian Civil War and World War I. They were pretty much desperate for whatever they could get, so they got a bunch of these ones here with ammunition. And I suppose they probably would have gotten some of the ones chambered in Carcano as well. But yeah, they used that in the Russian Civil War. And I think some of them even found their way over into World War II as well, the Carcano one. I don't know about the black powder ones, but I'm pretty sure that the Carcano ones found their way into World War II as well. I'll show you guys some of the markings here. That's always something you gotta look out for, is the old Ethiopian markings. Those are always really neat when you come across them. It might be what this is, but it kind of looks Russian at the same time. I don't know. Pretty neat. Okay. So yeah, and the ones chambered in Carcano, those were done during World War I when the Italians wanted to. They already had the Carcano rifle at the time, the 1891 Carcano, but they wanted to rechamber some of their old surplus rifles sitting around, the Vetterlis. They wanted to rechamber the 10.4 by 47 rifles into a more modern round that they could get more, you know, that was more available, that was more efficient, that had longer ranges on it. So they went ahead and drilled out the old ones, put a tube in there, and the tube was chambered in Carcano, and that way they could use this rifle into World War I as well, pretty easily. And I'm pretty sure plenty of the black powder models made it into World War I, probably in Italy, but more likely than not, militias and stuff and things like that. And of course, at some point, I know 100 years ago, these were pretty much all sent to Ethiopia, Africa, where their military used them for a while, and then they're basically put into storage for 100 years. And now companies like RTI are having them imported to the US to be sold to gun collectors like myself. And you can pick them up. Sometimes they'll go on flash sale for as little as $99, $149, $199, up to $299. But usually you could pick up one of these for under $300 pretty easily. I honestly don't know how comfortable I am putting that out there, because I feel like the more people talk about it, the more people are going to be buying them up. But it's kind of a good thing, because I want to get a few more of these, because I'm kind of investing in them, because when they stop importing these things, they're going to go down like the Mosin, and those prices are going to skyrocket, you know. What's going for $100 a piece now, in 20 years will probably be going for like $500 a piece, you know, maybe even more than that. Heck, like I've heard about Mosins 20 years ago, 2004, the year I was born. I heard about Mosins going for $100, $60 a piece, and today those same Mosins are going for $600 to $1,000 a piece. So yeah, I could definitely see that happening here with the Vetterlis, especially with these just gorgeous look of these rifles, as dirty as they might be right now. Just, I mean, look at that trigger guard. It had class to it, you know. Kind of ironic that something from Italy would be this cheap as well, but you can tell they put some class into the design of these rifles here, and people are going to want them for a long time, I think. So I think it'll be a pretty good investment plan of mine, and they'll clean up really nice. I'll polish up the wood, I'll polish up the metal, linseed oil, whatnot, and I think these things will look a heck of a lot better. And I heard, here's another thing I just noticed, some people took wire wheels to these things, I think in Ethiopia, and you can see the scratchings there. Somebody definitely took a wire wheel to this thing, but for as cheap as I got it, I could care less. You know, if just one of these is suitable, I'd be happy. Preferably this one, because it's easier to find ammunition for it. And this was just a B grade, so you know, I bought it extra cheap, knowing that it was going to be pretty rough. But that's hard to beat right there. That bolt is smooth. Yeah, we'll have them looked over, and I'll clean them up. I'll clean the bores and stuff, and do some things like that. And yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we could take these things to the range sooner rather than later. At least this one here, since we got ammo for it right now. Really feeling happy with it. Happy with these so far. Just big beasts of a rifle, you know. Both of them are. So with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching and all that stuff. We'll see you in the next video. I'm going to go film my Mosin video now, maybe. Probably going to edit this one first and get it ready to upload, maybe like tomorrow night or something. And then I'll go ahead and clean these up tomorrow when this is uploading. So, yeah, stay tuned, everybody.